What is war chalking? War chalking is marking areas, usually on sidewalks with chalk, that receive wireless signals to advertise an open Wi-Fi network. War chalking was inspired by hobo symbols and were conceived by a group of friends in June 2002. They were publicized by Matt Jones, who designed the set of icons and produced a downloadable document containing them. What is a war dialer? A war dialer is a computer program that automatically dials a series of telephone numbers to locate lines connected to computer systems, and catalogs those numbers so that a cracker or attacker can try to break into the systems. What is war dialing? War dialing is a technique of using a modem to automatically scan a list of telephone numbers, usually dialing every number in a local area code to search for computers, bulletin board systems, computer servers, and fax machines. What is a web of trust? The web of trust is a concept that is used in PGP, GNU-PG, and other open PGP-compatible systems to establish the authenticity of the binding between a public key and its owner. Its decentralized trust model is an alternative to the centralized trust model of a public key infrastructure, PKI, which relies exclusively on a certificate authority. What is a web server? A web server is a computer system that processes requests via HTTP, the basic network protocol used to distribute information on the World Wide Web. Web server is used to refer either the entire system, or specifically to the software that accepts and supervises the HTTP requests. What is a hose? A hose is a querying response protocol that is widely used for querying databases that store the registered users or assignees of an internet resource, such as a domain name, an IP address block, or an autonomous system. The protocol stores and delivers database content in a human-readable format. The hose protocol is documented in RFC 3912. Wi-Fi Protected Access 2 is a network security technology commonly used on Wi-Fi wireless networks. It's an upgrade from the original WPA technology, which was designed as a replacement for the older and much less secure WEP. WPA2 is used on all certified Wi-Fi hardware since 2006 and is based on the IEEE 802.11i technology standard for data encryption. Wi-Fi Protected Access is a Wi-Fi security technology developed in response to the weaknesses of wired equivalent privacy standards. It improves upon WEP's authentication and encryption features. WPA2, in turn, is an upgraded form of WPA. Since 2006, every Wi-Fi certified product must use it. What is a windowing system? A windowing system is a system that is used for sharing a computer's graphical display presentation resources among multiple applications at the same time. A windowing system uses a window manager to keep track of where each window is located on the display screen and its size and status. A windowing system doesn't just manage the windows but also other forms of graphical user interface entities. What is windowing? Windowing is the process of taking a small subset of a larger dataset for processing and analysis. In this approach, the rectangular window involves simply truncating the dataset before and after the window, while not modifying the contents of the window at all. What is wired equivalent privacy, WEP? Wired equivalent privacy, WEP, is a security protocol for wireless local area networks defined in the standard IEEE 802.11b. It was introduced as part of the original 802.11 standard ratified in 1997. Its intention was to provide data confidentiality comparable to that of a traditional wired network. WEP, recognizable by the key of 10 or 26 hexadecimal digits, was at one time widely in use and was often the first security choice presented to users by router configuration tools. What is a wireless application protocol, WAP? A wireless application protocol, WAP, is a specification for a set of communication protocols to standardize the way that wireless devices, such as cellular telephones and radio transceivers, can be used for Internet access, including email, the World Wide Web, newsgroups, and Internet relay chat. A WAP browser is a web browser for mobile devices such as mobile phones that uses the protocol. What is wiretapping? Wiretapping is the process of monitoring and recording data that is flowing between 2 points in a communication system. What is the World Wide Web, the web? www. W3. The World Wide Web, www, is the global, hypermedia-based collection of information and services that is available on Internet servers and is accessed by browsers using Hypertext Transfer Protocol and other information retrieval mechanisms. What is a worm? A worm is a computer program that can run independently, can propagate a complete working version of itself onto other hosts on a network, and may consume computer resources destructively. What is X.400? X.400 was originally published in 1984 by CIT and later rewritten in 1988 jointly by ISO and CIT. X.400 is a standard that conforms to Layer 7 of the ISA and is a standard used for transporting email messages. X.400 is an alternative standard to the commonly used SMTP and includes support for several transport connections including Ethernet, TCP/IP, and dial-up. What is XML? XML is short for Extensible Markup Language. XML is a specification developed by W3C starting with the recommendation on February 10, 1998. XML is similar to HTML. XML uses tags to mark up a document, allowing the browser to interpret the tags and display them on a page. Unlike HTML, XML language is unlimited, extensible, which allows self-defining tags and can describe the content instead of only displaying a page's content. Using XML, other languages such as RSS and MathML have been created. Even tools like XSLT were created using XML. What is XMPP? XMPP, which stands for Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol, is a communications protocol for messaging systems. It is based on XML, storing and transmitting data in that format. It is used for sending and receiving instant messages, maintaining buddy lists, and broadcasting the status of one's online presence. XMPP is an open protocol standard. Anyone can operate their own XMPP service, and use it to interact with any other XMPP service. The standard is maintained by XSF, the XMPP Standards Foundation. What is XMT? XMT is also called transmit. XMT is the method of sending data to an alternate computer or device. What is XNS? XNS is short for Xerox Network Services. XNS is a proprietary network communications protocol developed by Xerox. XNS is no longer used and has been replaced by Transmission Control Protocol, Interface Program, TCP/IP. What is Y2K? Y2K is short for Year 2000 Bug or the Millennium Bug. Y2K is a warning first published by Bob Bimmer in 1971 describing the issues of computers using a 2-digit year date stamp. What is a modem? A modem is a file transfer protocol developed by Chuck Forsberg, that is similar to the enhanced 1K version of XModem. Modem sends data in 1024-byte blocks, allows for multiple file transmissions at once, performs cyclical redundancy checks, CRC, and can reduce the transfer size to compensate for poor connections. What is zero-day attack? A zero-day, or 0 hour or day zero, attack is a computer threat that attempts to manipulate the computer application vulnerabilities that are undisclosed to the software developer. Zero-day exploits is the actual code that can use a security hole to carry out an attack. These exploits are used or shared by attackers before the software developer knows about the vulnerability. What is zero-day? The zero-day or day zero is the day a new vulnerability is made known. In some cases, a zero-day exploit is referred to an exploit for which no patch is available yet. Day 1 is a day at which the patch is made available. What are zombies? A zombie computer is a computer is connected to the internet that has been compromised by a hacker, a computer virus, or a Trojan horse. Generally, a compromised machine is only one of many in a botnet, and is used to perform malicious tasks of one sort or another under remote direction.